In this video, we're going to talk about the top 4 male types that abuse women. There's a reason why I call them males, because they ain't men, because men don't hit women. Number 1, the single mother raised boys. The reason why I say single mother raised boys is because they are raised in a emotional environment. So they only see one side. Me, I was able to witness both. I was able to witness my mother and my father. They are currently still married. I was also raised in a home with masculine and feminine energy. Not once I saw my father raise his voice at my mother. Not once I saw him hit my mom. So because of that, I'm able to approach this and actually talk about it and break this down slowly and walk you through in an educational way. Because not only I'm using statistics, right? Because most men that are raised in single mother raised homes are abusive, they are criminals, and they are non-productive in society. That's most. I'm not saying all. There are an exception of those men, but I can honestly say those exceptions of those men that was raised that becomes productive and they don't abuse women is because they also had their father maybe coming in and out of their lives. So the father probably wasn't in the home, but he was in and out. Number 2, they had proper men around them, right? Meaning it could have been some OGs, right? Could have been their cousin, could have been their uncle. So there's other reasons why that young boy grew up not abusing women. So those are the exceptions, but that's not the majority. The majority of single mother raised boys are very abusive because they only saw one side, which is the emotional side. The mother was teaching them, if she puts her hands on you, you hit her. If she talks to you different, you talk right back. Basically, you give her the same energy. Now, here's the dangers of that. There's 2 things that can go wrong. Number 1, he puts his hands on a certain woman. She calls the police. He's out of here. Now you just messed up your son's future. Number 2, she better pray to God that woman that your son hit don't got no other male figures, meaning brothers, a boyfriend, or her father. Those are 3 things that he needs to worry about. Because when you're dealing with a certain woman who has males in her life, who has covering in her life, his life is in danger. Okay, so I want to make sure all you abusing ass ninjas out there that feel like it's okay to put your hands on a woman, that's something you need to look out for. Okay, so I know you probably feel like she's doing this and this is how you was raised. I understand that. But you need to be able to realize the situation you're in and come to your senses and say, this is not the way I should be responding. And hopefully this video reaches you so you can adapt and realize maybe I shouldn't. And I'm going to give you the solution. Okay. If you're dealing with a woman and she is verbally abusing you, right? And she is putting her hands on you. Let's go all the way to the worst. If she's doing that, the greatest strength that you have as a masculine man, right, is to walk away. That's the greatest strength you have, is to walk away. You don't sit there and stay. That don't make you a man because you're fighting with a woman. Women fight with women. I never would argue with a woman. If anything, I want to talk to her man. I want to talk to her father. I want to talk to the male in there because that's just the respectable thing to do. Okay? You don't sit there and combat with no woman. That's cowardness. Okay? So remember that. And you already giving off abusive predator vibes when you sitting there arguing with a woman. And I see it all the time out there when I'm out there in public. That's crazy. I ain't got time for that. If I have to come with a woman like that, we don't even need to be together. I'm out. See ya. That's their greatest strength, is to walk away. Okay? So that's why that's number 1. The single mother raised boys. The majority of them. Okay? Number 2, the tricksters. Yeah, you trick ass ninjas out there, man. Y'all are number 2. I see a lot of you guys abusing women, and I understand why. Okay, and I want you ladies to understand why, because I don't think you ladies understand why this is happening. The reason why this is happening is because you are accepting payments from this guy. Okay, you are accepting payments from him for your rent, for your nails, for your hair, purse, a bag. Stop accepting payments from these tricksters, because what's going to happen is he's going to want payment. And if he wants payment and he doesn't get it, and when I say payment, sexual access. And I get it, ladies. You thinking, I don't need to give him no sexual access. I control my body. And that's very, very true. And if he decided to try to go through that, well, we already know the consequences of that. But what he tries to do is to say, because he doesn't think, I'm just going to stop giving you money. That's not what he's thinking. He's thinking, since I already invested into you, he feels like he owns you. And because he feels like he owns you, this is where what you say? You ain't going to give me what? What? That's the trickster. Okay? He's not a man. That is a male who wants to trick to get access. And for all you guys out there who likes to trick, I want you to understand this. Especially for y'all that are proud tricks, talking about, oh, I trick. Listen, you look like a crackhead. Ain't no different from you running around here saying I'm on crack. Who does that? Who runs around here and say, yeah, I'm taking crack, I'm doing crack? When I hear trickster, that's exactly what I see. That's nothing to be proud about. You can go to jail for that, bro. Okay? You can go to jail for that. And you ladies who's accepting the trickster and taking his payments, and I understand you might be in a bind, but just know this. If you don't give that trickster what he wants, there's nothing the man can do. You're on your own because you allow that. You allowed money. This is why the scripture says, for the love of the money is the root to all evil. You love money so much that you're willing to take money from this trickster, knowing the root is going to be evil of doing that, which is what? Him putting his hands on you. And you, fellas, for y'all out there that feel like, oh, I could just pay. Yeah, you might get away with that for a while, but after a while, it's going to be over with. Okay? You're going to end up getting caught by the law, or this girl might got a pimp. Like, you got to think about it. This girl might have a man, might have a father, and you start putting your hands on her, your life is at risk. And here's the crazy part. Your life is at risk, and guess who has the advantage? The girl and the guy. And when I say the guy, her father, her brother, they have the advantage. They have the advantage because they can know what your whereabouts is. And they can easily set you up. And now you're out of here, thrown into the river. Gone. What happened to Timothy? What happened to Jerry? What happened to Duke? What happened to Leroy? Out of here. Why? Because you want the trick. So, ladies, you need to watch out for that. Watch out for the trickster. And I'm giving you these, hopefully you write them down and take notes, because you need to be aware of these types of guys, especially if you're concerned about abuse from a man. These are the types of men that will do it to you, most likely. Okay? Number 3, the beta male. The reason why the beta male is very abusive is because, for one, he is already in a submissive role, meaning he's allowing his woman to lead in all areas. She's leading financially. She's leading in being a protector. She's leading in all areas. Emotionally, she wears the pants in the relationship, and you are the beta male. You're the one that falls under that. Here's where the abuse comes in at. Once he starts to feel like he's not a man, because technically he's not, he may be a male, but he's not a man. What tends to happen is it builds up in him, and that frustration builds up in him. And then you ladies, what you tend to do is, to this beta male, is you start to talk down on him, right? You start to say, nigga, you ain't doing this, and you ain't paying for this, and you don't do nothing. You a Mitch. You Mitch ass ninja. You attacking that man's soul. And now he has a choice to make. It's either he goes into his feminine role, which means he crosses over the fence and he joins the LGBTQ community and he just goes on the other side, okay? He turned in his male card and said, I'm going to be a female now. That's one way. The other way is he's going to attack you because he doesn't know no other way. He's not a man, right? He's definitely not a man, because if he was a man, he would never be in that position. He's a beta. It be the betas that's out here killing women. It be the betas that's out here abusing women. It's not the alphas. Alphas will never be in that position. He's a beta. So, ladies, you need to watch out for that. And I understand you want men to be up under you because you are the head honcho. And you feel like, oh, I got to date down because I can't get a man on my level. Well, here's the dangers of that. You go get a man that's lower than you, which is a beta, and you're providing for him. He's going to hit the wall one day. And he's going to get tired of you always telling him what to do. Nigga, you ain't take the trash out. You ain't do the dishes. I'm coming home every day after work and the house is a mess. That's boiling up in him. And then one day he's going to lash out and say, I'm tired of this. Who you think you talking to? Huh? The beta male. That's number 3. He will abuse the hell out of you because it builds up in him. Okay? So ladies, watch out for that, okay? Now, number 4, the poor communicator. He is an abuser as well. Why? He can't communicate. He don't know how to break down exactly how he feels. A situation can happen and he don't know how to elaborate on it. So the best way he know how to do it is to use his hands. This is why, ladies, you need to watch out for that. If the man don't know how to complete a full sentence, why are you dealing with this guy? Okay, I don't care what education he has or whatever. I know guys who don't have an education that can still know how to talk. But when you're dealing with a guy who just, I don't want to do this. I can't. But what you want to do? I can't. What you going to play? He can't even complete a sentence. What do you think going to happen after a while? You're doing something, certain things after a while, and he's going to be sitting back like, I can't really get this off my chest, how I feel. So the best way he knows how to do it is to listen to me. And you sitting there looking like, I've been listening to you. Like, what do you want from me? The poor communicator. He doesn't know how to use his words, so he uses his hands. Very self-explanatory, okay? Now, I'm going to throw a bonus in there on y'all, just because y'all are rocking with me. Number 5, the criminal, okay? He in and out of jail. Now, I'm not talking about the guy who he got locked up and he was innocent. He ain't do nothing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the dude who out every other year. He in and out, in and out. You know damn well he a criminal. You know, he's stealing money from your purse. He's stealing your car. He cheating on you, right? He doing all kinds of criminal activity. And then you want to come home and complain to him talking about why you doing this and why you doing that. And he thinking like, who you think you talking to? He don't got nothing to lose. You got this career going on for you and you just want to come down to the lowest of earth and deal with this certain type of guy. For what? And then you want to be surprised when he slaps the hell out of you? The criminal. Avoid them. I understand a lot of you ladies are attracted to these types of guys because y'all like danger. I get that. But with that same danger, because I know I'm from the streets. This is how I grew up in this. I understand women are attracted to that. But it's a fatal attraction. It's fatal because he can knock the hell out you. And now you calling the police, and now you calling your brothers, and you trying to call your father, and now you putting, real good, strong men in your life at risk, right? Because 9 out of 10, they all gonna come out and try to protect you. You the one that made that decision to be with this dude. Okay? So watch out for the criminal. He's a criminal for a reason. Leave him there. Okay? I would never tell my daughter date a criminal. See, but this is why I get why a lot of you ladies don't have good father figures in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because if you did, you should already know that. Okay? And for all you criminals out there, I'm telling you, you too are going to come across the wrong person. Either you're going to go right back in jail because you want to put your hands on a woman. And number 2, you need to watch out for the males in her life. You could be out here acting gangster, act tough all you want. If that person has certain resources, he got money and resources, and he find out where you are, don't be surprised if your body's wrapped up and thrown in the river. And nobody hear about you, and ain't nobody gonna check for you neither because you are a criminal. And everybody's gonna be like, oh, what happened to so-and-so? He gone. I don't know. I ain't heard from him. Yeah, you floating down the river somewhere. You floating in the ocean somewhere, chopped up. Don't play with certain people, man. You know what I'm saying? That abusing stuff, that's for the birds, man. Real men don't hit women. That is a feminine trait. And to all you guys, listen to me real closely. If you feel like you need to hit a woman, just walk away. That is the greatest strength you have. Leave. Save everybody. And you'll be surprised how much peace you have if you just leave. You ain't going to get peace if you hit a woman, but you will get peace if you leave. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations where I felt like I should do this to a woman. And that's why I understand that energy. But because I was raised in a two-family home and I'm able to witness that other side, I'm able to understand the logical side of it. It taught me to walk away. Don't end up in that situation because you're jeopardizing your future. And always remember this: a woman's life is not worth yours. Okay? You attacking a woman is not worth your life being gone and damaging. Think about your future. Think about where you want to go. Think about where you want to be. Think about your kids. Think about your daughter. Would you want another man hitting your daughter? Because I tell you right now, they like to call it karma, but really is you reap what you sow. And God's the one who's going to send that back to you. If you sow abusing woman, don't have no children. Because as soon as your daughter get raised up, guess what somebody going to do to her? Wake up, man. It's 2023. Who abuses women now, man? All right? So you already know the deal, man. Always keep it simple by keeping it alpha mental.